Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, and this is the Big Fat Channel, and I am the Digital CCH. Tonight, we're going to bring you something that I don't do, and I told you so too often, and right now I think it's way too early for me to actually say I told you so. Going to link to somewhere in here, I'll try to put it. One of the videos I did about a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, where I talked about what the new normal was going to be. And I referenced the concept that businesses should be focusing on what their new normal is going to be by not thinking about getting back to the way they were doing things. There's going to be new opportunities to do things differently, do things more efficiently, do things better than they were before. Granted, you're going to have to make some adjustments to staffing, personnel, how you do business overall, especially for the restaurant and the food service industry. But I'm excited, like I said last time, about the opportunity it's going to create to have some new kind of ways of doing things. And what I mean by that is I'm going to play you a clip from Tucker Carlson's show from last week, April 23rd, where he had the CEO of Baystar Hospitality or something to that effect down in Florida, where he's now already making adjustments for how he's going to run his business, currently and moving forward. So let me switch over to that. I'm going to play you about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of that interview. And then when we come back, we can wrap up with some thoughts. So we're about 3 minutes into a 5-minute clip. I'm going to play about the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. Take a listen. And then, if you have any ideas or thoughts about how you think industry, restaurant industry, just general office environments, anything like that are going to change in the future, drop a comment below. Let's start some dialogue about things we can do in the future to make things more efficient, more productive, and just kind of a new way of doing things. So take a listen, and then we'll wrap back up.
We have big restaurants, and they're saying we're going to fail, but we're not going to fail. We're not going to give up. We're going to fight. We're going to listen to the professionals in the business, and we're going to do whatever it takes. And our community is very supportive of us. So I think that, and by the way, we live in probably one of the best tourist areas in America right now. We're a little bit west of Tampa, which Tampa has a great airport, and when the airlines lower their prices the way they are, I think people are going to be tired of being stuck in their homes, and they're going to do a lot of staycations in Florida, people, and I think our business is going to come back good. It's not going to be as strong as it was, but it'll take time.
I worked in a restaurant once, and I know that it's a volume business. You try to turn the tables over. Is it going to be tougher with the mandates to have fewer people in the restaurant?
Yes, it definitely will, but we already have realized that we were never in the to-go, curbside, or dockside bit. We have waterfront restaurants, so we got dockside, and we weren't in the delivery business. We've gone out and bought 5 vehicles as of recent, okay, and we're getting in the delivery business. Basically, we're going to use our own delivery, in-house Baystar delivery, and then that's one thing. But right now, we're running on some of our restaurants. We're running at 25% on the curbside. So realistically, this curbside, takeout, online ordering, we would have never even looked at that before, and now we're all over it.
Right. Well, good. Well, we're certainly rooting for you. Frank, thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you.
All right, so it was that last 15, 20 seconds where I think Frank said, we're now doing 25% takeout, whereas before we wouldn't even thought about it, and now we're all over it. So he's already adapting to, how things are right now, and he's seeing it as opportunity to take advantage of that in the future. I know a lot of this, mainly applies to restaurants or the food service industry where they have the opportunity to apply a different business model. But the same can go for an office environment. The same can go for retail. The same can go for, pretty much anything where if you were stuck doing something a certain way, just because that's what was convenient or that's what you thought you were limited to, I think right now there's such an opportunity to just think about how to do things differently. I'm super jazzed about this right now. I don't know if you can tell, this is probably the most animated and the most, excited I've been in one of these videos, but I can't tell you how excited I am to try to come up with ideas of how to do things differently, both in my personal things, these videos, as well as try to adapt and model some new protocols, some new efficiencies, some new ways of doing things for my daily job, my work at Traffic Builders. So tomorrow and the rest of this week, I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 videos on some work stuff where I show you some of the websites we're working on, some of the other initiatives we're pushing out. We did a lot of testing both in analytics and in the website development today on one of our projects. Hopefully I can announce that either tomorrow, Thursday, and or Friday. But we're really just approaching the way we're doing our digital marketing business a lot differently. And it's really exciting. So I'll leave a link to the video below, in the description below. If you have any ideas about how you're currently running a business or work at a business that was stuck doing something one way, and you have ideas about how you think you can do it differently or do it better, please, let's start a conversation. Let's have that dialogue and see if we can kind of shift our industries to not to sound repetitive, but just be more efficient, more productive, and create a better mousetrap, as they say. So that's about it for tonight. Hopefully we'll get this published shortly, and we'll be back tomorrow night for Hump Day, as they say. We'll see you later. Thanks a lot.